suggests that the Basques are an outgrowth of the people of an area covering parts of southern France and northern Spain, called the Franco-Cantabrian region. It so happens that it's a region in which some of the finest of all cave murals of the Paleolithic period can be found. Certainly, the most famous and highly regarded murals are located within the Lascaux caves, situated close to Dordogne, France, and date back to more than 17,000 years ago. The artwork, primarily of animals, and more than 2,000 in number, is, to put it bluntly, stunning, and blows away any and all images of savage, dumb, club-wielding cavemen. There is, however, a distinct possibility that although the Basques certainly had a major presence in the Franco-Cantabrian region, it may not have been their original point of origin. Studies undertaken by linguists suggest a potential linkage between the Basque language and that of the ancient people of North Africa. Stephen Oppenheimer, in The Origins of the British, suggests that it may have been about 16,000 BC, when temperatures were still warm and the next ice age was still a considerable number of centuries away, that the original Basques made their trek from Africa to Europe. They very likely brought with them their language too, one that has no less than 7 dialects, and, on the matter of that language, a unique and ancient tongue. Adding much weight to the notable nature of the Basques is the fact that their native tongue, which is known as Euskara, is wholly unique across Europe. In fact, it's unique to the entire planet. In his 3-volume series, The History of Rome, which was written between 1838 and 1842 and remained unfinished due to the author's death in 1842, Thomas Arnold said of the language of the Basque people, "Its unlikeness to the other languages of Europe is very striking, even when compared with Welsh or Slavonic. The affinities of the Welsh numerals with those of the Teutonic languages, and the Greek and Latin, are obvious at first glance, and the same may be said of most of the Slavonic numerals, But the Basques are so peculiar that it is difficult to identify any one of them except, say, 6, with those of other languages." Arnold could only state one thing with certainty when it came to the curious language of the Basques. It showed evidence of great antiquity. Clearly, there is a fog-shrouded history to the Basques that remains tantalizingly incomplete. It's something we will return to in due course and as our story develops. In 1877, Wentworth Webster, in Basque Legends, came straight to the point when he noted, "At present, no language has been discovered which presents any root likeness to the Basque, analogous to that which exists. That situation remains pretty much identical today." 5 years later, in his classic title of The Mysteries of the Distant Past, Atlantis, the Antediluvian World, Ignatius Donnelly quoted linguist Peter Stephen de Ponce as saying, "This language, preserved in a corner of Europe by a few thousand mountaineers, is the sole remaining fragment of, perhaps, 100 dialects constructed on the same plan, which probably existed and were universally spoken at a remote period in that quarter of the world. Like the bones of the mammoth, it remains a monument of the destruction produced by a succession of ages. It stands single and alone of its kind, surrounded by idioms that have no affinity with it." Mark Kalansky, a noted expert on Basque culture and history, has made important matters on this very issue too. Though numerous attempts have been made, no one has ever found a linguistic relative of Euskara. It is an orphan language that does not even belong to the Indo-European family of languages. This is a remarkable fact, because once the Indo-Europeans began their Bronze Age sweep from the Asian subcontinent across Europe, virtually no group, no matter how isolated, was left untouched. Then there are the words of Doron M. Behar of the Pasteur Institute, Unit of Human Evolutionary Genetics, Department of Genome and Genetics, Paris, France, who says,